accurate. Much better. So much better. My Mac. Oh. Dealing with a big pig tonight. So I think I got the basics of some stuff working. So today I had a little bit of time to work on this, and I've created a script that can allow me to magically, whatever I put under it will only operate, will only exist if a certain flag is in a certain set of states. And I have to now set it to the correct value. I've got a big notepad document for this tiny little side quest. It's not even a side quest. It's the main quest. It's a blockade in the main quest, but it's the main quest nonetheless. So this only happens in state 2. No other states. Okay. So the order of operations is you talk to this guy. We may change that to where like you just approach and he's going to talk at you regardless of what you want. Talk at this guy. Then you have to go in and talk to Lily. Then you have to investigate the area behind Lily's pad over here, at which point another entity will spawn and run off through this fence. You will follow, hopefully you will follow, and then that will kick off a mini game in this area that we haven't built yet. That's going to be a new map. And then presumably you succeed at the minigame, return, Lily agrees to help, Pig gets removed from the game, just completely deleted, and then we're good. Then we're done. We're done with the whole thing.
That's almost a year.
Theron, thank you for 32 months. That is in fact almost a year. Enjoy the beautiful tier 1 emotes and ad-free viewing, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. You know how these things go. So, I've been trying to just kind of take this a step at a time. There are 8 separate states that this little quest can be in. Big pig. The first state is just the initial, how things are when you first start the game. Are there emotes on the higher tiers, and how do I get them? I mean, yeah, there has to be, right? Which ones are they, though? I know we have some bit emotes. Let me see here. What are the higher tier emotes? You don't want them. If people actually want them more, I'll just move them to tier 1. Oh, Bomb is tier 2 and Beep Boop is tier 3. The only reason Beep Boop existed in the first place is because the bot used to run under my own account, and it would preface its stuff with that message because obviously no one else except me is going to have a tier 3. Therefore, this is a good way to indicate this is a real bot message. Beep Boop. Bomb is just for funsies. And then the bit emotes. We have MogChamp for 1,000 bits, which apparent. How in the world? There are 9 viewers that have 1,000 bit. Okay, sure. I haven't set anything up for the 5,000 bit emote, but apparently someone has reached that tier. Oh no. And then wheel, which we don't even use the wheel anymore. for Mario Maker 2 viewer levels because we don't do those anymore. So that could be deleted and replaced. But please do not spend $200 to give me $100 in exchange for a PNG. I can give you a PNG. We can make it an FFZ. I almost said FFZ because Dupu says it so much. So anyway, 8 different states, 0 through 7. I feel like it's such a goofy thing to spend $200 so that I get $100. It's like, I know that Twitch really wants you to do it that way because then they get $100. But there's so many better ways to support the channel. Number 1, tell all your friends about Paper Robot. 2, get on your hands and knees and beg all your favorite Paper Mario YouTubers to play Paper Robot. The American Z because it sounds better. I honestly don't care, I guess. I guess from a really utilitarian standpoint, Z would be better because it rhymes with less things in the alphabet. In the same way that I don't like that North and South have the same number of characters as each other and East and West have the same number of characters, because typically those are in opposition, so you need them to be more easily recognizable among their own groups. If that makes any sense at all. It's a weird thing to have an opinion on. But personally, I think that either North or South should gain or lose a letter. Yeah. It's like, sorry, was that T as in toy? Was that C as in koi? Okay. Yeah. You get it. E, G, D, T, P, Z, C. I get if we're doing single syllable sounds for letters, we're gonna run into issues with that, but still. Why am I not seeing this invisible wall? I guess that's okay. How dare you watch that man? I mean, how dare you watch that dog? Okay. So, I need a blender. What? No, of course not. We've seen what he looks like on camera. Like, he multiple times per week. We see his webcam. He's a small yellow dog in a slightly larger but still small teacup. He's on the alt channel, How is Dupu? He's a dog. He's definitely a dog. 100% dog. Up at Luigi's Mansion. I love Luigi's Mansion. I like Luigi's Mansion. It's not Luigi's Mansion. He's a man dog. North, south. Well, now you've made the problem significantly worse. Thank you. Well, see, similar. East and West have the same ending letters, so that's even worse. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make like a roughly 100 by 100. Yeah, this will work. Let's start here. We're making a blender. Blender. Yeah, North and South have the same ending, and they have the O squeezed in the exact same spot. Very confusing. Okay, so this is a blender. We need a very stereotypical looking blender. No fancy shenanigans. Yeah, something like that. All right, blender cut off. And then some, I guess, some buttons here. Like that. Little buttons. Why don't we just call it up, down, left, right? Yeah, that's true. That, unfortunately, that doesn't work unless you rely heavily on context. All right, so there's the basics of the blender. Bam, blender. Speed art. Now that we've confirmed that it's a blender, we can remove the name tag where we say specifically that it's a blender, because now we know it's a blender. Now we can tell because of the way it looks. Like, look at that. That is a blender. It needs color, of course. We will use a nice transparent, translucent blue. In hindsight, I should have made the layer opacity low. Whoa. Oh, I'm getting something. We're getting a raid from a germ dove. Everyone, welcome in. I'm Dobbs, the game dev, and as you can tell, we're doing Blender tonight. Welcome in, Dove. How is Forg? One brain cell. Waka waka. I really love, like, 2 different areas in that lava world have like these really cool looking opening vignettes that are just so pretty to look at. And like, this is a Kirby game? This is very intimidating looking. I love it. Is this a good color for a Blender appliance? I don't think so. We're gonna play with some other colors. But Germ, welcome in. If you need to go get some medicine or something, you know, please do so. Green is pretty good. Blue is actually not bad at all. Let's go with that. With some slightly different color buttons. No, that needs to be blue as well, doesn't it? At least part of it does. I'm not really familiar with that brand. Let's just go with like darker blue. There we go. Blender. It should have a little bit of a shine to it. Or should that be like this? It should be like that. Blender. That is a nice looking blender. Compared against different backgrounds. Okay, the white. Of here, I need to move that to its own layer and reduce opacity a bit so that it looks better against different backdrops. Yeah, that's much better. All right, cool. It's not going to have a visible brand name. There we go. Crop it down so that we don't waste file size. Get a sponsorship. Perfect. This is the first quest item in the game, which I guess that says something about the game. This is a necessary item. That is missing from Lily's Pad, which is now canonically a smoothie shop. Did you, for some reason, think it was a bar? No, it's a smoothie shop, guys. Because that's what you do in these games. There is no alcohol ever, and it's very funny when you have these games. It's like, oh yeah, go to the milk bar. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 alcohol. Smoothies. Oh, for anybody who missed it, this is now officially Lily. This is what she looks like. It's official. She's in the game. Lily the Frog. These guys don't have a name yet. This guy is clipping into his instrument, I noticed the other day. So we need to move that somehow. That's probably going to look better. All right. I really like how this sign turned out. It's so good. Germdub, you're getting close to the end of the lava world, and I'm pretty excited. Smoothies, because their blender is missing. Well, their blender broke, and they're waiting. They're trying to find their replacement blender, and they're trying to remember where it is. And Frederick here is like, well, no, she's like, did you check out in the shed out back? And Frederick's like, yeah, probably, maybe, like, yeah, probably. And so you're like, okay, it's back there. So then you go out back. How do we spell that? Edric. The Pulpinator 3000. Tintype? I like it. That's officially in the game now. It's the Pulpinator. The Pulpinator 3000. Let's see here. Hey, Day, welcome in. Man, where are we gonna squeeze that in? Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll find a way. Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, if we're gonna put a blender in early game, we have to pull that back like hours later in the game as a brick joke. You guys are familiar with a brick joke, perhaps. The terminology maybe not, but the idea is you seed a joke early on. Maybe you even give it a cursory punchline, but then hours later, you bring it back, and it's significantly funnier because it's been so long since you mentioned it the first time. That's the basics of a brick joke, and we need to have plenty of that. Then it's Depulpinator. It obliterates pulp. That's the tagline. That's the tagline for it. Okay, I need a pig carrying. I guess we never saved this file. Okay, PNG, Blender. Oops. Oh, of course. That's going to default to trying to save into the folder called Blender. No. All right. I have to specify No. Save it as blender.png. Thank you. That's him. He's a sleepy boy. I actually looked on freesound.org, and there are some very good recordings of actual sleeping pigs. I need a good boing. I don't want a dodgeball sound or a kickball sound is good, but not quite right for this exact spot. We want a wobble sound, but we'll deal with the sounds later. That's low priority. Yeah, a jello-y sound. The wobbly sound you expect from Jello, that it doesn't actually make because it's just Jello. Why would it make that sound? Okay. So we need to go into Scene Ease folder here and add our Blender. Boy, now this folder has this horrifying... So most of the assets for the Big Pig are the same as the regular Piggle, with the exception of the body. So I have a single file that is just the mysterious Kirby blob. And that's it. Which is very fun. Hang on, we can make it better. Let's see here. We just need a little imagination. Yeah, little red shoes. There we go. Perfect. Ship it. All right, stop this. We have our Blender now. So this is going to be tricky because this thing is going to appear almost like a little cinematic. All right. I need... We need to change some code slightly because I think it's going to be necessary for this setup. We want to have a dramatic pause. So you're going to go to investigate because a barrel is going to be wiggling. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do the whole thing because it works. It actually works. Give me the frog music. There we go. Frogtown music. Perfect. All right. So you're gonna get here. Now, note, nothing unusual happening right now. So right now we're in state 0 for this quest. As soon as we talk to this guy, we move into state 1. So, oh, this guy, I gave him a shirt and a hat. I don't know why. I just thought he needed some accessories. It would be... I know what you mean, because I actually tried that as well. It's not great. It could be better. See, what we can do is we can modulate a parent object to make the exact same change happen for all the objects, but then that affects their shoes and stuff. So instead you have to do it all individually, and it's still doable, but because their default color is not white, because it's already green, no matter what color I shift it to, it's going to be mixed with green. Okay, so camera movement works. I get you, yeah. We don't want them to all be the exact same frog, of course. Oh, now we're talking. Well, I don't want it to randomly assign them because I need them to be the same frog every time. So now we're in state 1. So now Lily will actually say different things. Well, her normal conversation stops at at the first line if you're in state 0. Once you're in state 1, she'll go through her whole conversation. Also, apparently that's not great. We technically are on her right because the camera has actually shifted. So we need to deal with that. So she gets 3 bubbles in on state 0. But assuming that you're already in state 1, which we are now, it's going to move on with the plot. So that's good. That's what we want. This whole thing is like, oh, it's got to say this if you're in this state, but this other thing if not. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of talking in RPGs because you have to have that. That's very important. 8. Oh, you're right, Al. You're absolutely right. It is, and it's because of their placement. My plan is to have the ability to force people into specific spots for conversations. Oh, you know what would be nice, maybe? Text box is tricky. For name or portrait. Well, maybe. Dabble never talks. Dabble has not been talking this entire time. It's always been cat. How can we improve this? Like, one option is have the stem come on the left side for characters that are on the left side of the screen. Oh, different voices. We're gonna do, I completely forgot about that feature. And I don't know if this will actually help enough or not, but I want different characters to have different voices. So right now, everyone has the same text noise. Different text color. Possibly. I wonder if I could... No, maybe? No, that seems like a bad idea. So, similar issue to what I was talking about earlier. Okay, and see, now we're in state 2. And because we're in state 2, things are suspicious. Anyway, there's going to be a trigger, and then the next step happens. So, if you talk to this guy, like if you move straight up, like this, then look at this. Everyone's going to be lined up. This is not going to matter. This is a problem. What we need to do is force, when you talk to someone, force the player to move to the position next to them, maybe, would be good. How do we do that? Good question. That's going to be an annoying thing to do, but it is something we need. No, so it can happen automatically. Because already for like the gear spinners, when you lock into a gear, it forces you to move to be in the right location so that you interlock with the gear perfectly. So we can kind of automatically do that with NPCs too, and just say, you need to move to the location next to the NPC, and your partner needs to move behind that. The problem is... what about characters where that's not really feasible? Like, let's say, the bartender. Obviously, I don't want to say, all right, as soon as you start talking to this guy, you have to move to this location next to him. Because then I'm just going to be standing here, like, forcibly stuck here, waiting for Dabble to move to that location. Which isn't great. She is bigger. She's big. Why is she so big? Was she always this big? Did she get bigger? Maybe she's just always been really big. Maybe she's the big character. I mean, they are frogs. They're going to be small. But that is pretty crazy. So what could we do? I guess we could have a flag that we could set for certain NPCs to say, do not force movement, or do force movement. Like, one thing is, like, what if you get stuck walking to the assigned position? Like, what if Lily was right here, where Dabble is, and Dabble is supposed to move to this location to talk to her, but I start trying to talk to her from over here? Then it's like, okay, Dabble's going to try to move left, but get stuck on Lily, and then we're just going to be stuck here forever. Yeah, companion trying to get behind you is good. It's a good start. It is a surefire way that at some point, companion gets stuck in a wall while in a conversation. So we have to come up with something better. It may wind up being something like... what happens in other games? That's a great point. You know, I do have the Bug Fables demo downloaded. I have the actual Bug Fables game also, but the Bug Fables demo is right here, right now. Specifically, I wanted to grab the demo because it's not the final game. I need to look up when this version of the demo came out. Right, arrow keys. All right, so let's say I talk to you from here. Now look at that. You can't tell. You can't tell who it's pointing to. You can't tell if that's pointing to V or the bug that you talk the NPC. All right, I could talk to her from back here. Well, now in that case, your partner doesn't talk. But yeah, for some NPCs, yeah, let's find one where what are the controls here? They definitely bump the jump height up later. All right, like you probably talk, right? No, that's okay. Partner talks. V talks, but they just leave the characters where you are. Yeah, sound effect is different. Which is something I mentioned that we are going to do. Okay, so what about you? What if I talk to you from here? Hi, Willow. It's more pointy, yeah, that's true. Willow, if you haven't seen this game before, this is Bug Fables. This was like the first major indie title that attempted to be Paper Mario and did it well. It is a fantastic game. Would recommend. It's a great adventure. It's very cool. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's different here. This is very different than the final version of the game. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, that's very different. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just remembering things wrong a little bit. Got a lot more noise in the grass texture. Look at all those triangles. We did triangles. Remember when we had triangles? Anyway. Okay, so yeah, maybe if we just hold off for more pronounced sound effects, we'll be in good shape. Like, or maybe we can add name tags? Maybe name tags would be okay? Portraits is pushing it. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing we need is you go in and investigate the barrel. And when you do, we do actually want to move the characters to a specific location so that we can have them framed better. So that means I need a cinematic move to function. And then I also want to make sure player position, or position partner behind is a thing we can do with the cinematic step. Okay, so we're gonna add a cinematic trigger, specifically to wait for state. Now, I added this new node type called wait for state, and it is waiting. Its child objects will only be active if the state flag Piggle Quest is at state 2, which is the step after you talk to Lily. Waiting for stating. You know what? That's a good point, Al. I do kind of like that. It gets... I always think about weird cases immediately. Alright, so my first thought was, easy way to do that. Just have it tied to the actor. Like, we already have an actor code. Why don't we also have an actor name? And that way, the dialogue box can automatically check, like, hey, if you're talking to this actor code, then use this name as the name tag. Yay, very fun and easy. But what if there's someone who doesn't introduce themselves until like halfway through a conversation? It's fine. It's fine. We may do that. We may actually do all that. It could be handy to know, oh, Kat's talking. Oh, Leon's talking. Oh, who's that partner? Right, Leon. Okay, so we're adding wait for state. We have our wait for state, and when this state is added, then we will add this cinematic trigger that will only trigger the cinematic when a certain condition is met, which is you approach the shed. We need it to be... I want to make sure it's not accidentally inside the building. Get this out of here. I want it to be you get close to the shed to investigate. Not that close. Kind of like when you walk up to this zone, then that will trigger the cinematic. Sure. It can be weirdly tall. All right, cinematic trigger. Oh right, I can give it a state flag code. Does it need this? Because this is already waiting for a state, so I don't think we need this flag code at all. So we're gonna say no flag code required for this one. And we're also gonna do this business that basically says if state flag code does not equal blank, then do these things. Yeah, only update the state automatically if whatever. Anonymous, thank you so much for that sub. I hope you're enjoying the whatchamacallit, the show. That's the one. I hope you like Paper Mario. That's Twitch. Waka waka. What's everybody's this live? That's what everybody's been saying in Dove's TikTok. That's the new hotness as far as I'm concerned. People may have been saying that for years. I don't know. I don't know what TikTok is. I've never TikTok. What do they say? This live. There's some kind of capitalization, but I don't remember exactly what it is. I think live might be all caps. Which context clues lead me to believe that that's what they say when chat is being rambunctious on TikTok. No. They literally say something like this. And no, it's the moderators that say that. It's the moderators saying that. It's Mac and Carmen and other people that I don't really know because they're mostly on TikTok. And I don't go there if I can help it. That's the bad part of town. Must have missed that. That's all right. Is this live or a repeat? So cinematic trigger, that. Okay, so there should be a cinematic attached to it that will be automatically set up. And then I can use the steps of the cinematic. Now, is there one for setting a state? They always are, aren't they? Oh my gosh, the back seating on like the last two Mario streams was really rough. It was like there was the level where you are very obviously trying to avoid grabbing the feather. And the chat, everyone's like, "Oh, you grab the feather. It lets you float." It's like, no. Oh my gosh. I could not stream. I usually just took a blue Yoshi, honestly. So I don't know what you're doing here without blue Yoshi. He'd make this level a lot easier. He's in Star Road. I know it's kind of hard to get to the Star Road. If you need help, I can walk you through it. You look like you're having some trouble with this level. I don't really remember this specific level. I didn't play that much, but I beat it. I'm really good at it. Oh man. I don't think you could talk me into streaming on TikTok. It doesn't feel very video game friendly. Oh yeah. That's really fun. Germ likes to stir things up a little bit, it seems. Okay, cinematic steps. It's a callback chain. We just add our steps as nodes under here, and this little block of code is just going to trigger them in order, in a set order. There's no derivation from it, unlike conversations, which is not a callback chain. It is instead an event chain, where it will run one event until the event reports that it's done, and then it will run the next event, which, may say, hey, if this happens, jump into this other leg of the chain. Yeah, I remember. It was really fun. I don't know. Germ does seem to be like having a little bit too much fun with that. Needs to calm down a bit on the mushroom business. I feel like he's getting too much joy out of this. Okay. So we need in our cinematic here, you enter this, and we're going to move the player to a certain location. So the question is, what do we have for that? We have cinematic actor walk. We give it a target actor code and a list of locations. Okay. And we can tell it to wait for arrival. So that's cool. Why do we queue free? Do we want to do that? Did we use this anywhere? It did become stink, didn't it? Let me open up this in VS Code, just because I feel like that has better searching tools. So we're looking for cinema actor walk. Room L. What is room L? Oh, okay, yeah. That is the mid-boss room. So we have a cinematic. Yep, we do. Player move. Yeah, where they go over the waterfall, and it's very fun. Haha, look at that. Waterfall section, target location. So I tell player to walk to location. See, that's a little bit tricky because how do I get the partner to move to a certain location, though? What makes the partner move? How about that? Let's look at that. what makes the when we're moving around, as in any good video game that has a partner, the partner tries to follow behind us. But what is actually happening there? That is going to be in the partner code. We have some base partner code here. I need to set up more room hints for Goombella proxy. Handle follow. Okay. We have a follow target, which is the player. So we are trying to reach the location. We look how much distance horizontally, not vertically, are we from the player. If we are between 3 and 6, then we just stop. This code is probably not going to work well in the future. Low position equal... Oh, wait, what is this? If we are more than 3 or more than 6... Oh, then warp. Okay, so that's our warp there. I think. Is it? Wait, hang on, what is this? Low position equals follow target, low position plus vector. Yeah, this is warp to player right here. Follow target at low position. Else, if we're on the floor and on the wall, that's jump. Well, where is the, That's not enough, though. Oh, wait, no, it's the base actor code. Because any actor can be set to follow another actor, not just the player being followed by partners. And that's follow target. Use this follow target. If we have a follow target, slow down when we get close. Target location's size is greater than 0. Okay, so this sets our target location. What are we trying to go to? If we have a follow target, then target location is that. Else, if target location's dot size is greater than 0. I think this is in the wrong order. I think target location should override follow target. Hey, casual. So we're gonna make an adjustment here and make sure that Cat still follows us around. We're gonna swap these blocks around a bit. And we're gonna say, all right, when you're moving around, prioritize explicit instructions of move here. All right, she still follows us just fine. All right, Cat, get off, go. Okay, that still works. All right, that'll work, because that way we can specify, hey, partner moves here, player moves here in our cinematic. I love that. Great, cool, very neat. Yes. So now we can have actor walk. Oh, latest version of Snailfort. Ooh, a location that has not been yet revealed on stream. Where's my... Oh, wait, that is it, isn't it? Snailfort is super secret. Well, sure, let's give it a listen. Oh, no, it's fine. The music has been heard. Well, no, not... I've mentioned the Snailfort, I'm sure. The orchestra hit. Okay, that's fine. Losing the Glockenspiel is good. This little melody is very meandering, just kind of tooting about a bit. Don't really need an ending, because it's going to loop. I would say the orchestra hits we don't need. We can keep them there, maybe replace them with a trumpet voice. But kind of keep it low volume. This little melody that was the Glockenspiel in the earlier pass, it's still kind of just awkwardly doing stuff, but I think since it's kind of low in the background, it's fine to just let it kind of do its little thing. I'm not even sure if we need this flute, or not the high flute, but this, can't tell what instrument this is exactly. This sort of airy, the one going do 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 do. That one, we might drop that entirely, and I think it won't make the song be too empty or anything. I think it'd be good as is. Yeah, overall, I like it. I think that's the right vibe that we need. Oh no, the ads. Well, you're gonna have to wait for my feedback. For 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Ripperoni. Node, this is an actor walk. Which just has this, and that's it. That's the node. Alright, so we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. Don't need to wait for state anymore. Alright, cinematic. When this happens, then move player to player target location. What is player target location going to be? Good question. We can add player target location 1 somewhere over here. Kind of like in front of the barrel that's wiggling, but not too close. Just so that when we move the camera, it's much more obvious what's going on here. Partner, target location 1. Wait for arrival. No. How many has 30 more seconds? Number of ads is irrelevant. I guess I kind of do want to wait for arrival. I could do I think what I'd like to do is add one more flag to this, which is a force turn. Howie. Marge. It's a new season, Marge. Wait for arrival. Yeah, we can do one more thing on this, which is a force turn. Now, I know there's a magical way we can do an export value with a drop down. That's an enum right here. Okay, so this is our example. Oh no. Oh no. Come for me. Fuckman imp. Marge, we need to run our show into the ground, Marge. You can always do a Marge impression the exact same way that you do a Toad impression. So keep that in mind. Python homework. Python's okay. Python's alright. Okay, so casual. My take on the song. The orchestra hits. Change that to maybe just a trumpet and just pull the volume down a little bit low so it can still have that little stinger, but the orchestra hit on its own, it's a little over the top for what we're doing. The line that was originally the glockenspiel is better now. It still kind of, in my opinion, feels very random in what notes it's doing, but it's a lot lower down, so it's just kind of this background bit. So I think it's better that way. The main thing is that the drum line and the brassy bass, they're doing all the work, and I love that. They can keep doing that. Let them do all the heavy lifting. Towards the end of the song, you've got another kind of meandery line. I'm okay with it, because still that strong, brassy, trumpety bit is handling everything else. I'm not crazy about the melody at that point. It's okay if it stays around, but maybe just bring the volume down a bit, because it feels like it's very random sounds. Like dice roll, okay, that's the next note. Dice roll, okay, that's the next note. It's so different from the rest of the song. If it can be reworked a little bit, I'd like that, but I'm okay if it stays the way it is. I like Python's built-in list stuff for like slicing arrays. Like take the last 3 elements of this array, that kind of stuff. That's pretty handy. Really like that. Okay, export enum. We're gonna have a variable for force direction. Force. We can force face left at the end or force face right at the end of a movement. So, and that equals 0. Then we're gonna look at the actor's facing. Is facing, we've got like some kind of turning, flip direction. Is facing right is what we're looking for. So if actor is facing right, and oh wait, no, we can just do this. If force direction equals 1, which is force face to the left, how about this? Just set right equal to force right. Mixed use of tabs. Oh, I guess I did. You got me there. Okay, there we go. So this is important because now, whether they come from the left or the right, we can force them to face the direction we want. So, now what I'd really like is that when we are setting player target location to a spot, that we could in turn force the partner automatically. Can we do that? Maybe as a special handling case of like Okay, when you start doing an actor walk, if we are forcing a this is also tricky because what if there's multiple? No, if there's only one target location. If target locations dot size equals 1 and target actor code equals player, then automatically that and force direction is not 1 or is not 0, then we are moving the player to a single location and forcing them to face a direction. Therefore, also move the partner to an appropriate location. This will just save us a little bit of work later. So how do we get that? Because the player... Does the player have the partner as... Yes, it does, actually. Okay. But we need to get the player handler. Because the actor itself does not know that it is the player actor by default. It's just an actor. So if I look for a player manager, how are we getting that usually? Get node player manager. All right, that'll work. I'll take it. So if we know that this is a player, grab the player manager, grab the partner actor. Just player manager dot partner actor. Close this. That's actor. Get node player manager. Get a partner actor. Let's go ahead and add that in as a character body that we can reference later. And so when we get to this, if we are changing facing right of the player, is the partner gonna get there too? See, this is tricky. Yeah. All right, if we have set up a partner, then also wait for the partner to arrive at the correct location. If partner actor dot target locations dot size does not equal 0, then return. Otherwise, then we can also change the facing of the partner actor. Okay. Good. Hopefully good. All right, so now we've got that we want the player to move to a specific location. I have not yet set that location. I have now set that location. That's not all, is it? Because we also wanted to create this right here. This forced direction. Yes, forced direction. I want to say, when you walk to that location, face right at the end. And the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this wait for state to say, yeah, it's available in state 0, just for testing. Because now we have to manage that. So this is already an active location here. So first let's try it from the right, or from the left. Okay. Next, let's try it from the right. I didn't actually change it to set the partner location. I need to do that. Nice, and he faces to the right. Good, 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 good. Okay, looks good so far. Right, where is the partner going to head to? Target location. So, assuming that we have a partner actor. Oh my gosh, a Dubu. How is Dubu? Dubu, this is the second time you've raided me in like a week or so, and I feel like that doesn't speak well to your sleep schedule. How was Mahjong? Wasn't that a whole thing you were going to be working on? You know? Okay, he's sleeping sometimes. All right, well, we'll take it. Partner target is not declared because it's target location 0. We're working on a complex room tonight. Out of nowhere, I decided this one room that had nothing really of interest suddenly needs a lot of interest. And so I'm revamping a lot of our cinematic stuff. I'm adding nodes that will handle state for us, hopefully. It's going to be a lot. And there's a really, really big pig involved. So watch out for that. If force direction equals 1, which is we're forcing to face left, and partner plus equals vector 3 dot right times 2, maybe? Otherwise left. Why is it not like this? Assignment is not allowed inside an expression. Right. Double equals. I knew that. Big pig. Show us the big pig of the day. He's a big pig. He's a big chungus of a pig. This is what in RPGs you would call an arbitrary contrivance. Okay, let's see if Cat faces the correct direction when we get there. Okay, that was too far, but that was the right idea. Oh yeah, I mean, you know he's really gonna be honk shooing once we get the sound effects added. And it's gonna be location based. It's gonna be a 3D audio node. So when you get closer and closer, you're gonna hear that. Look, all right, we have a whole a whole quest line involving a missing blender that will get us there. All right, do we want to walk through it? This is an 8-state process. We have completed State 0, State 1, and you can get into State 2. You're waking to pick up with a smoothie? No, you are not. Here we go. All right, so now because I've changed the required state for this, nothing happens when I walk through it. Perfect. All right, so you get here and you're like, hey, what's the deal with this pig? Maybe this guy automatically talks to you. I don't know. But you go up and you talk to him. Alas, I come home to find my prized carrots nibbled to pieces, and what's more, yonder path has been blocked by this foul beast. What ho? Travelers, do you seek to pass through to the lands beyond? Hey dude, yeah, we kind of need to get through here. Travel to Lily's pad and seek the owner of the establishment. Lady Lily surely can rouse the beast with her dulcet tones. And if you talk to him now, he says different things. It all works out. It's a big pig. So now we got... Hi, welcome to Lily's pad. We're not serving smoothies right now, but feel free to... I guess you could stand around and imagine what they taste like. Oh, imagine strawberry apple. That's our special today. Some other time maybe. Listen, we need your help. There's this huge pig taking a nap, and word on the street is that you can do something about it. Dulcet tones were mentioned. Oh, that does sound like something right up my alley. I don't mean to brag, but I've been crowned Miss Dulcet at the Frogtown Festival for the last 8 years straight. That's specific, but probably very impressive. So you can help us? Well, I'd love to, really would, but there's a bit of a situation here. Our old blender finally bit the dust and we can't find our backup. It's definitely around here somewhere. Okay, so let's say your blender turns up. You'll help us once it's back safe and sound? Oh, absolutely. I never pass up a chance to flex my tones. Oh, Frederick, you did check the storage out back, right? Almost definitely. Probably. Maybe. Yeah. Do let me know if you happen to see anything. And then we're in state 2. And now the barrel is a-wiggling. And hopefully, if this worked correctly, once we approach it, we will automatically line up in front of it. It works. All right, cool. That's a wrap. We're ready to begin the transition into state 3. Actually, I think he says something different now. There you go. 6. This is the first time we've done actual, like, conversational dialogue in this game, where things are said for long stretches of time, which is something we're going to have to do a lot of, because it's an RPG, and they tend to be talky. All right, so this will automatically set us into the right position. Okay, a quick note. The camera turns here. This is the default turn of the camera. You'll notice now it turns 90 degrees. So I am technically on the right side of the building over here. And as a result, when I talk to Lily, she is allegedly on my left, which is why Dabble turns when we try to talk to her. It's a problem. That needs to be handled with Dialogue Zone, which is the activate here. Speaker. Yeah, we're looking at global positioning, and that is not what we want. We instead want something different. It's got to be based on camera rotation. So what we want to do is get a vector drawn between the player and the speaker, Normally at that point, you can just say, is dot x negative or positive? But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to first rotate that vector around the up axis by the camera's rotation. So player speaker vector is the vector pointing to the speaker. Rotated along the vector 3.up axis by camera handler dot camera dot rotation dot y. I gotta make sure I'm not doing this backwards. And then we can say, all right, check that dot x. Actually, at that point, we can just say if that dot x is less than 0. So default rotation is none, wherein a player to speaker vector. So originally we were saying global position dot x is less than speaker. So that's a positive x. So we're saying if this is greater than x is greater than 0, and this one is going to be less than 0. And I hope I don't need to do something weird like do a negative rotation. I'm going to find out, I hope. How can we do it? Hey, Ruby. We're working on this giant pig blocking the road. It's very important that he blocks the road. All right. If I am in the old code, I would always be facing left. All right, now I'm facing right. Now what if I talk to this guy? Nice. Okay, I think that worked. I'm convinced. I saw 2 different examples of handling facing the speaker when the camera has been rotated arbitrarily, which works for me. Okay, then let's get back to it. So now we can get in here, and the player will face this. We're about to need to add some more code. Great. So we're gonna walk up to this location, and then we need to do a dramatic zoom in on the barrel. I want to do let's see, like a camera target change, but an instant camera target change. Instant camera target change. I guess we could just add a node to this, just to keep it simpler. Actually, could I change this code so I don't have to assign it every time? Yeah. If target equals null, check to see if you have a child. There we go. That'll just hopefully streamline things a bit. Okay, so we don't need all this stuff out anymore. All right, so we are going to have a node for the camera to immediately swap to, which is, it's going to be looking at this barrel. We're going to be staring at this barrel very intently. Now, Normally, the camera's gonna be pointing from the blue direction. So I want to do something like this. That's not going to work right off the bat because we haven't added code that rotates the camera just because the target is also rotated. Right now it's going to do a smooth transition, isn't it? Yeah, which we don't want. Oh, and then we have a problem because target global position. Right, because the steps. I don't know why. No, that's not what happens here. It's not what happened here. Camera target position. Defaults to, I guess, camera's current position. If target, if is instance valid target, then we can do that. So apparently the target gets deleted. So a few things to change. One, oh, this is the wrong thing, isn't it? Is this the wrong camera targeting code? No, set new target. Oh, I need to add a new export. Duration, which by default is 2. No, default is 1. Default is 1, but now we can change it to 0 so that it should, I expect, instantly switch to a new target. So for everyone who is coming in, oh no, that's not supposed to happen. For everyone who's coming in, there are 8 different states that we are going to be changing between, going from state 0 for the initial state and 07 to the quest being complete to get through this room. What is this soundtrack? We are listening to the soundtrack of the game I am making. It is by a fellow who goes by a few different handles. In this channel, he is Wario's Warehouse. Wario's Warehouse, yes. He also goes by Casual, Cassidy, and a few others. It is a nice soundtrack. He did a very good job. I am prodding him to put it on YouTube soon. So I will have a link available to that probably in the next few days for the songs of the soundtrack that are complete. Why did the camera do what it just did? Is perhaps a good question. It's this, right? Oh. Is it? Let me undo those changes and see if it still goes nuts. Okay. So it was this change. Why? Camera target position is target.global position. Camera target position equals just the global position. Oh, I know why that would make it slide out though. But it should oh, because I'm not doing a set value for one thing. But also, camera target position should just be our previous target position. Is this gonna break things? Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out. Okay, so far so good. I'm expecting us to approach the barrel in state 2. Okay, it slid again. It did a slow slide in. We're not passing the parameter properly then. Duration 0. That gets oh, because that, yep, that's where we're not passing it, is the very first step. Okay, I want to see an immediate snap. It was very immediate, and it immediately snapped back because it no longer exists. Why does it no longer... Something's deleting it. What does the cinematic do? Is there some kind of cue free going on in here that I'm not aware of? Register callback. The callback is the cleanup of the cinematic. Which that's fine, that's nothing. Cinematic trigger is... Oh yeah! Delete. Huh. I don't want to delete it. I'm gonna handle that separately. I mean, I guess, you know what? No, I can do that. I'm gonna add a cinematic wait. A cinematic wait. Alright, so create a new cinematic type of node. Wait. Done. Add that to our cinematic steps. Wait for 1 second after moving. Test that, make sure that works. So it should snap for 1 second and snap back, I think. Yes. Cool. The next step, we want the rotation to be handled properly. Rotation of the camera. When we set the new target, a target has a rotation. Camera dot target dot global rotation. Where can we set up that? We have an adjust rotation business here. I want it to be if the rotation of the object is different than the current camera rotation, then also adjust rotation maybe? Or should those always be separate? Let's keep them separated. What we can do is, in addition to setting... Hello, there he is! That's the guy! He's the one that did the soundtrack. Unbelievable. He wrote all the music. Let's have an export value here. A Boolean. Adjust rotation. By default, we won't. By default, this is just for setting the position. But if this is set to true, then we are going to call the camera handler dot adjust rotation. Rotation change. How much are we changing the rotation by in this case? The delta is camera handler dot camera dot rotation. Ooh, is adjust rotation only for rotation Y? It is only for a rotation Y. Do I like that? Not really. Not super much. No, I don't. I want to change this to a vector 3. And that's gonna suck, as a matter of fact. All right, but here we go. Oh, yep. This is a little bit sucky. Vector 3. By default, it's going to be on the y-axis. So all these cases where we're doing this, we're just changing it to that. Rotation change versus target rotation. That's another weird one. Your favorite song, The Hub? Turn off shuffle. It is a good one. Crank it. I love the opening. Very exciting. Yeah, Melody, you did a great job on it. Rotation. Oh, this is gonna suck to change, but I need the camera to be able to tilt more or less as appropriate. Hang on, do I? I think I only need 2 axes. I need our round and round, our merry-go-round axis, and I need our Ferris wheel axis, but I don't need our, what is this? Whatever this axis would be. Got nothing yet. That's okay. Not in a huge hurry on it. So maybe this is okay. We've got adjust rotation and adjust... pitch, yaw, roll. Okay, so we have yaw. Yaw is the one we've been working with. We never want to mess with roll, I don't think, but we do want to mess with the pitch of kind of the look up, look down of the camera. I guess that could be its own separate thing. In which case, for now, we can take our target.y, target.rotation.y, and duration. Okay, so that will let us, allegedly, angle things a bit. Here come the lizards. Oh my gosh. So let's see if we get our angled view here. No, we do not. Cool, great, why not? Because I didn't set it to say, I didn't hit the checkbox to say, yes, adjust the rotation for this trigger of the cutscene. Gosh, look at this pig, he's huge. There we go. Now we're talking, now we got that rotation. Okay, that's good, that's good. So we want to snap that rotation, and then we want to zoom. Do we have a zoom on this? We do. We have a zoom in. Oh, but, uh-oh. How does this work? Target zoom. Target zoom. How are we messing with target zoom? Is this just... yep, we're just doing it. We're just doing it without any duration. Zoom timer is always set to the... Okay. Sucks. Been on a... Well, that makes sense. You're keeping busy. You're learning a lot. Honing your skills. It's a big deal. I gotta figure out what music is gonna go in the real trailer. You gotta get a job soon. You gotta send me your PayPal when you get that set up soon. You said after your birthday you'd be able to get it set up. Ah, yeah. Gotcha. Understandable. It's a big deal. I wish it was easier for me to set these up. Which is a scary thing to be saying, because that's usually the thing I say right before really overcomplicating something that could just be a copy-paste job. Like, what if instead we access the property by their property names and we used reflection to determine the object type and then took appropriate action from there? No. That's dumb. That's dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that said, I do need to adjust this zoom business with a zoom timer. So in the same way that we're doing rotation, we need to do let's see, 1, 2, offset. What is that? Okay. We've got most of the values we need to change this over to a zoom functionality. Start rotation transition. What do we do that? We set our values and then we say, all right, do the thing. And so we'll do the same thing here. Zoom transition. Start zoom transition. Zoom is in zoom. Duration, current zoom transition time. So all 4 of those need to be variables. Zoom. Okay, all 3 of those. There were 3 of them. A new roguelike, what you playing? Nobody's Number Factory. Never even heard of it. Roguelike Pachinko. You know, there was a roguelike Peggle not too long ago. Yeah. Yeah, Peglin, that's the one. That's a fun mashup. I love when roguelike gets thrown into other genres that it definitely doesn't belong in. such as rhythm game. You know, a roguelike rhythm game. Sure. Current zoom, transition time, zoom, ratio, results, ratio, result, done. Okay. Good. Next up, we're gonna basically copy this blob, but do it for zoom. Is in zoom, current zoom, current zoom. What was that? Get weighted rotation, get weighted zoom value. Old zoom, target zoom, current zoom, position time, zoom duration, clear, zoom transition, current zoom. I guess that's it. Roguelike Atari Breakout. I bet there's a roguelike Breakout game. That's just the sort of thing people would do. Okay, so that's for handling the zoom. And then what does current zoom actually get used for? There it is, right there. Distance to target, time to zoom. Okay. So we can, I hope, remove that. And then on our camera handler, I guess we do a set. No, we can still do a zoom in, or no, we can do a. We can have these regular ones, which are just zoom in, zoom out, or we can have this more controlled ones, which is set zoom with a ratio. A float, and a duration, which is a float that defaults to 1.0, and it will do camera dot clear, all this stuff, all these stupid functions, clear our current transition. And start a zoom transition after I set up all the values, which is camera.target zoom equals our target ratio, and camera dot whatever else I need to set up, which is the duration. I think that will work. Oh, and then these can basically just be set zoom equal to camera.current zoom times 0.7. Wait, zoom in is a smaller value. Okay, interesting. I guess that does make sense, sort of. Roguelike Twitch chat. Okay, so now we have a zoom transition. So similar to where we can do camera target and whatever the other thing is. What's the other thing we do? We can change the target. We can change the rotation from this. So now we can also set up a zoom adjustment. I guess we can do it with the same code, with just a target zoom which we're going to default to 0, and then we're only going to actually do it if it's not 0. Camera handler dot zoom, set zoom to target zoom over a course of duration. There we go. Let's try it out. Let's have this set to 0.5. Nope. 0.5. Nope. Why not? I have to specify that it's a float, not an int. Okay. 0.5. There we go. Big pig, big pig, big pig. Didn't like it. Target zoom duration with type float on. Target zoom duration. We didn't make. I'm pretty sure we target zoom. Where's it? Zoom transit. Oh, it's zoom transition duration. Of course it is. Obviously. Who would make that kind of mistake? Oh, yeah. Cool. That works. I like it. In fact, I like it so much that let's not move the target yet. Let's duplicate that. So after we snap, then we actually do our zoom, but we're going to do it very slowly. We're not going to mess with rotation. Oh, that means we. Oh wait, no, we do need to have the target there. But we don't need to have the zoom quite so snug. So then we're going to not change our rotation, but we are going to. We're not going to change our target. We're just going to change our duration, or our zoom, to be even closer over a 5-second period. And maybe during this we pull down the background music and do a slow, suspenseful. What's it gonna be? What's happening? Well, now it just looks like it's targeting cat for some reason. Why does it look like that? Hang on. Remote camera handler. Camera. Give me the camera. Zoom. Target zoom. That's weird. Oh, so that's targeting the ground of the barrel. Okay, so what happens when we get to 0? So that's where our camera is like it's lodged right there. So let's say we move this location. Why does it delete the cinematic when it's done? I guess that makes sense. It's the cinematic trigger that does that. Which, yeah, that makes sense. Delete, on, done. That does make sense. That should be the default behavior. The only reason that I'm not wanting to do it that way is because this is a test still. And it would help if I could move things live. Cinematic trigger, plays a cinematic. Cinematic camera position. This should be the object. No, it's not. Right. Once the cinematic ends, scene from Bill and Ted. Ziggy, and then it cuts off. Tell it to wait for 10,000 seconds. And I would wait 10,000 seconds. Okay, so now, allegedly, I should finally be able to edit this value live. Zooms in on cat. No, it's not letting me. What's the target? What's the current target object? Room, player, camera, focus. Is the camera focus is the target right now? But why? I know why. Because if I don't set a target, it assumes that I don't want a target. So I have to set it to the same thing again. Or I can set it this way and say just keep pointing to it. Keep pointing to it. All right, so now we finally, maybe finally, I can move this around. Yes, to get the perfect angle on the barrel. Okay, copy this value. And that's what we want this position to be, I think. And then we're going to want a new value with a new position for when the pig emerges. Oh, we get cut off. Player target location. We need to move it. Let's see if that works any better. I'm okay with that. And then pow! Suddenly, pig emerges. So we're gonna have a pig jump scare where one of the piggles is gonna pop out and he has the blender. How is he holding it? It's balanced on his head or something really dumb. Okay, so what's gonna happen is the camera is gonna be like really tightly focused on this barrel. Pig is gonna jump out at the camera for just like a few frames, and then we're gonna sudden cut to another shot that's got like an upward angle with Dabble and Cat in the foreground. Pig is gonna soar overhead, and we'll add like speed lines and like diagonal letterboxing. We're gonna do something really stupid and over the top. Like maybe the camera like slowly tracks the pig as the pig is sailing by, and then we're gonna do a super hard angle cut to like over here, where we're gonna show the pig, and then like he's gonna blast through this fence, splinters everywhere, and then we cut back to normal camera angle shot, and Cat will say like, "The blender, we gotta go after him," and then and then you regain control, and then you presumably follow the pig, and then get to the next section where there's going to be a mini game. All right, pig jump scare. Here we go. This is going to happen in phases. So we need a cinematic animation. So it closes in really close. And then animation happens. So we need to apply an animation player to this. We need the actual pig for this. This can actually be underneath the wait for state business here. Yeah. Oh, let's actually change this to a Node 3D parent that will contain a couple of Sprite 3Ds. Oh, no. It doesn't contain the Sprite 3D. Well, I guess it does contain the blender. It needs to contain the pig, who is not a Sprite 3D at all. So, how is that going to work? Because he is going to want to animate. Boy, is he ever going to want to animate. I'm gonna want to animate him, but also I don't want him. I want him to be flying. Is the problem? Don't I have something on actor base for is flying? I do actually. How do we normally set this value? What normally sets is flying? Okay, that's not the same is flying. That's a different one. Actor. Huh. We don't normally bother setting this with anything. So all that is flying does really is allows us to override gravity. So I'm going to export that and say that this pig is flying. He does not fall. Okay, so he's going to be facing the camera regardless of what we do. Also, I don't want him to collide. We can actually modify his collision and say he just doesn't collide with anything. And that does help me quite a bit, because he's going to be in an invisible wall. So I want to put him as close to the barrel as I can get away with without him clipping through it. Oh wait, no, I don't want him to say is flying, do I? I want him to have the animation of if the frog came up and sang, he wakes up, gives the frog a big slurp kiss. What frog? I have a very specific plan. Oh, okay. Lily came up and sang. No, I've got what's gonna go down figured out pretty well, I think. Reset animation. Is that what I want to change? Like the default animation for this pig, we're gonna override with jump. we do have, yeah, jump is the other animation. I think that's what we want to do here, is say that this specific one, we're gonna override that with jump. This is the escape pig actor. Welcome back, Al. All right, pig needs blender. Blender needs to be smaller. Blender needs to be on pig's head. Blender needs to be small. Marble Rivals. Oh boy. That sounds like a thing that was probably very enjoyable. Welcome in, Skulls of Death. We are making progress here with this pig. All right, so pig emerges. Pig jump scare. So we need to have an animation on Piggle. Piggle is going to default to not visible. Let's see. This animation is going to be quite an animation, I think. So first off, we have the Piggle, this whole blob, visibility. We're going to turn them on. Awaken the Piggle. Move the Piggle's position. He's going to move at the camera very quickly. It's going to be very frightening. People might fall out of their chairs. It's all going to happen in a flash. Let's see if this works so far. Da-da-da. We slowly zoom in, and then I didn't actually set this up, did I? I did not. I did not actually set it up. Also, I set it behind a 10,000 second wait, so there's that also. So I have to specify. I think what I'd like to do is say if animation player is null and get child count equals 1, then animation player is probably the child object. Oh no, the cutoff. All right, it feels like he's moving there. I don't know. Like he looked like he was visible for a frame or two. Well, I don't feel like it started the animation. Or maybe it did. And I just can't tell. Where is he? Where is this pig? Give me the pig. Where is he? Where is he? Position 5.5. meters. 0.268. Well, I don't see him. Visible is on. No pigs. Not a good sign. Okay, hang on. Let me rotate this guy. Oh, not like that though. Rotate this guy. Is he visible at the start, or am I seeing things? Okay, that was definitely him falling through the ground, wasn't it? I need to not have him have gravity. How can I do that on a character body? That's where is flying comes in. Okay, there we go. Oh man, Luigi's Mansion. I would love that. Okay, there he is. But he's visible. Why is he visible? That's the next question. Why is this guy visible when his animation, his reset animation is clearly set him to be invisible? Very strange, if you ask me. Like, no, that shouldn't be a thing at all. Save it. When I run it, it should set to reset values. All the tracks should set to their reset value. But it's not doing that. It's not. Maybe it's because it's under a... That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's not. Alright, so... No. Whatever. That's weird. It's not supposed to do that. Godot's supposed to... He's back. How did this happen? Who's doing this? Are you doing it? Cinematic? You shouldn't be running at all. Yeah, you can't be running. That's impossible. So who's triggering this animation player? Reset on save. Yes. Do reset on save. So why don't you reset on save? This is silly. He's not doing it. What am I missing here? Who is triggering this animation on this pig? Sonic Adventure 2 battle, let's go! So don't do the auto, don't do that. Play City Escape. Now there's an idea. One thing I could do is true. What's current animation? What do you mean true? That's not what that's not a, no, it's a string. How are you printing the word true here? That is the one printing it, huh? No, it's not printing true. It's printing nothing now. What? Okay, it's printing blank. Okay, why was it printing true? Wait, it wasn't printing true. That was a trick. Yeah, it's printing blank because there is no current animation happening. It's just not doing an animation. So it's not actually starting the animation. Then the question is, why is it not respecting the reset of the animation? We have a reset value of visible equals false. Godot, reset, not resetting. Not resetting completely. Pretty good for a Sonic game, I'd agree, but it's very glitchy. All right, what if I leave and I come back? Oh, he's there. He's definitely there. Why would this ever happen? I have an animation player. There he is, look out! He definitely needs to be lower down. It's weird. This is not how animation players usually work, for the record. Okay. Visible and position. Okay, maybe it's some kind of on-ready shenanigans where things aren't in the same location as they normally would be. Cinematic animation player. Parent. Flash player. Oh, that looks good. If I set this specifically to say, do the reset animation, he does disappear. Oh, wait. Well, maybe. So if I do this, if I save, then it's supposed to play the animation reset. The scene will be saved with the effects of the reset animation applied as if it had been synced to time 0, with the editor keeping the values that the scene had before saving. Yeah, so the idea is that when the scene loads, everything should default to as though we were right here, even though it shows this. So when I load it, he should not be visible. But he's definitely visible. All right. This might be something that will be fixed by restarting the editor. So we're not going to deal with it right now. It's pretty much time for us to head on anyway. We need to get a move on for the night. Let's see here. What in the world are we doing? What are we doing? Thank you all for hanging out. We're making a little bit of progress. A little bit. More tomorrow. Very perplexing. I'm hoping that's just like a glitch, and then when I try it again, after reopening the editor, everything will be good again. Okay. Tonight. Let's check our software game dev. Shit, that's gone offline. Who is on? What people are there doing game development or other? It was a really bad storm this weekend. Lost a lot of sleep. Still got some catching up to do. Looking for a real target. Man, people playing Minecraft. Do you guys remember Minecraft? I remember Minecraft. Alright, I brought up Godot's back up. Is this going to work? Place your bets. Animation player in a non-reset state. We run the game, and he's still in a non-reset state. All right, something goofy is going on. I'll have to figure it out tomorrow, unfortunately. GFD's doing Kaizo Ironmon. Let's see here. Check out Mario Peeps. Oh, DGR Dave Watch Party. Oh, let's go. We should do it. We should do a raid, even if it's just kind of a throwaway raid. Oh, I know who we should raid. A friend playing Sneaky Sasquatch. I do not know Sneaky Sasquatch. What will you do when your tweets end? I know, I've been every day I'm checking it like, oh boy. Uh-oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. And then continuing from there. It's very exciting. I don't know what I'll do. I guess at that point you just delete your account. You just disintegrate to a million pieces at that point. Do a refresh, just to be sure. I know, bot. I know. I'm sorry. Bad streamer. We got a whole exciting week. I'm tempted to raid into Brent, but I don't know if it's a bridge too far. Oh gosh, you're right, Willow. I should. Catmakes is doing a Revelug hack. I don't really hang out with Catmakes that much, so I don't know. Don't in stream. Now there's an idea. Let's just stay here. All night. One more hour. It's gonna be a raid and run, pretty much no matter what. I just sleep on stream. That's a great idea. You know what? I can just leave my clips running until the morning, and then raid into 2. We could just change into an always-on channel. People love those, probably. Yeah. Clips, I don't see why not. I wouldn't have to do anything. Lizard visualizer with music. Yes. Oh gosh. 24/7 stream. Is this live or clip? Clips for 12 hours. Just leave my computer running. I can make pen pals interact, which you know what? I have that in the code for pen pals. That I can turn it on such that you just use a command to drop the next item at a specific location and hope for the best. It's totally doable, yeah. Now, is it a good idea? Again, totally. Absolutely it is. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? If I wait long enough, everyone will just go to bed, and then I don't even have to do a raid. That's the plan. Let me see if GFE has mic on tonight or not. No, he does not. He is in chat, at least. Kaizo Ironmon. Classic human. Alright, send raid over to GFE. We haven't raided in a long time. GFE is a friend of the channel. He usually does link to the past randomizer. But tonight he is doing Kaizo Ironmon, Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. There's been some resets going on. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So we'll see. I'm not going to be... I'm basically going to let it know that I'm going straight to bed. Alright, hopefully more progress on this tomorrow. I don't know what's up with this animation player not resetting. Hopefully, if I sleep on it, I'll figure it out. Germdove isn't going to be happy. He's only happy when he gets to break things. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.